In 3 minutes, I'll give you 2 reasons why President-elect Trump should bail out former South Korean President Yoon and 2 reasons why he shouldn't. Could Donald Trump step in to support former South Korean President Yoon? It's a question that's sparking debates across both political and international circles. 2 polarizing leaders, 2 conservative icons. Are they on a collision course to rewrite the narrative of global conservatism, or will Trump decide to sit this one out? Let's dive in. First, let's talk about why Trump might feel compelled to involve himself in this situation. Both Trump and Yoon share a strikingly similar political identity. They've both built their platforms on conservative values, a fierce opposition to political elites, and the idea of standing up for the common man. Sound familiar? That's because their leadership styles and messaging resonate strongly with the same base. Conservative voters who believe they've been left behind by traditional politics. So it's not hard to see why Trump might view Yoon's situation as an opportunity to reinforce his own brand of populist conservatism. If Trump steps in, even symbolically, he could frame Yoon's legal troubles as yet another example of what he might call political persecution, a phrase we've heard Trump use often when discussing his own challenges with the American justice system. This kind of narrative could easily galvanize both his domestic supporters and even conservative groups abroad. But it goes deeper than just shared ideology. Let's take a closer look at Trump's MAGA movement and South Korea's Taegukgi Brigade. These 2 groups, on opposite sides of the globe, are cut from the same cloth. Both are fiercely patriotic, deeply rooted in traditional values, and highly skeptical of established political elites. And both movements have proven incredibly loyal to their leaders, even in the face of mounting controversies. Yoon has been a symbol of strength for South Korea's conservative base, much like Trump is for MAGA supporters in the United States. If Trump were to lend his voice to Yoon's cause, he could send a powerful message of global conservative solidarity. Think about it. A moment where Trump steps up and essentially says, we're in this together. The fight against the establishment isn't limited to one country. It would reinforce his status, not just as a domestic political figure, but as a global conservative icon. That said, let's not ignore the reasons why Trump might decide to stay on the sidelines. For starters, Yoon's arrest is fundamentally a South Korean issue. It's about domestic politics, not international diplomacy, and it doesn't intersect directly with Trump's core political objectives. Trump, as we've seen time and again, tends to focus on situations that have clear, tangible benefits for his personal or political agenda. Without a direct connection to his campaign or his narrative, this could easily fall off his radar. And then there's the question of risk. If Trump were to speak out against Yoon's arrest, it could spark backlash, not just from South Korea, but from critics in the United States who might accuse him of meddling in a foreign country's legal system. Trump, who's gearing up for a possible 2024 presidential run, might not want to introduce unnecessary complications into his campaign. His America First philosophy could also make it difficult to justify getting involved in a situation that doesn't directly impact American voters. So where does that leave us? Well, if Trump does choose to weigh in, it's likely to be symbolic. A tweet, a public statement, maybe even a rally comment framing Yoon's arrest as a case of political overreach. It would serve to reinforce his brand without requiring deep involvement. But if Trump sees no political upside or risks alienating his own supporters, he may simply let this one go. What's clear, however, is that Yoon's arrest is a defining moment for South Korea. It sends a powerful message that no one, not even a former president, is above the law. It's a testament to the strength of the country's democratic institutions and its commitment to justice. Whether Trump decides to get involved or not, this moment is being watched closely around the world as an important test of democratic accountability. We'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds. You're watching Korea in 3 minutes. Thanks for joining us.